the best Texas hurler this past week. 12 straight.
Much different approach from SB today as opposed.
Alyssa Washington at third, one away. Kansas left fielder. We talk about the great freshman on this. This is 2 conference wins, matches their total from last year. Over the head of Morgan and no play. As Limber 1,000, and she is easily the team.
Mature hitter for a sophomore. Great job of being able to lift those our pitching area.
Got her. 2 down.
And I would expect as both corners. And so for Texas, it'll be interesting to see change speeds, which is really what made that successful.
Dribbles foul 0-2. Right back into the glove of Morgan from Bolivar, Missouri. Had a complete game against Baylor.
Let her spins work.
To the left side, dive by Haley Harper at short, but no play.
You would typically see as a leadoff hitter. Now she hit second for Texas last.
1-0 count to Vivi Martinez. This is carrying left center off the wall. Scott held up, not sure. Struggled in her last 7 games, but moved down to the 3 spot.
At the pitching area, the strike zone, but
takes the walk. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Well, and if there's a way to start,
nobody out in the first.
Up there, that's kind of the danger zone.
To the left side, Harper to third to fourth.
Scoring position, you want to do so, but Texas nonetheless.
1 the count to the sophomore from Humble.
Some of these pitches from Brooks.
Bunt, stays fair, run scores, everyone's safe.
Moore tries to go out and get it, but she vacated home plate. So
runner was going, and the ball gets away from Moore. Sledding in safely is Atwood.
Just completely flipped. Texas was on the
pitch since 3-0.
A little bit more often, but even with a lower batting average, she's found ways to drive in runs. So you see, we haven't seen a lot of off-speed pitches from her yet.
Outscored opponents 29-2. Washington draws the walk. Second allowed by Brooks.
And we saw her working behind the plate a little bit more. Texas, you catch her early in season.
Off the glove of Bruno at first, no play. Trying to score from third is Simmons, and the throw late. And on the to advance to third on that throw to home.
Gilbert gets some spot starts. She defensively fills in to be in an everyday lineup, but has really contributed to this Texas team in other ways.
Last offering from DeRoche. I'll ask you right off the top. How's
this is bottom of the first.
Good at bat for Gilbert. Fought off a couple of pitches and then takes the walk. The bases are coming in. Texas as a team hitting .450. She has high expectations of herself. Says she expects to bat 900.
2 years of age groups, right? You have like 8 and 9, 10 and 11, or 10, 11 and 12.
Hot shot by Harper. 2-run single. Review this last play.
Made contact with someone the second I get up.
Up center, it's a gapper. 2 runs in. Has reached base, the out. Coming off the arc.
Go your way. But at the same time, probably looking at our team and the defense saying, where did this come from? We just played so.
The best victory in the Jennifer McFall's tenure in her 5. To the right side, Rozak at second. 2 down. And Scott moves over to third. Great thing about this game, you have a tough loss, not too long to recover. Tough play, no play, 9-0. In her third of an inning through 25. Limbaugh on left, and that will finally do it. We wondered how
attack the strike zone with ease. You can experiment a little with a 9 spot, and Kansas being able to play a little bit with Kansas. Smile to a teammate. She may smile just a little bit more than I did. catcher, a manager would come warm me up from time to time, but other than that, kind of kept to myself.
No one's asking you what you're doing after the game.
On each other, and it was a nice combination.
So Washington at third and one down. It's an interesting point you just made because you focus so much on the
It's 4 different personalities of a pitching staff because she has carried most of the load about the pitching performance during a game because they do so much for their pitchers.
Maloney in right, hauls it in, and it's 6 up, 6 down. Her bunt allowed a run to score. Errors in the first. Texas had 3 stolen bases, including one from Simmons.
Set the tone. Shouldn't have set the tone for them today is what I'm trying to get at. Is they didn't have a bad top of years ago. The Big 12 looked a lot different as well.
Their 6th outright. The Horned Frogs will have something to say about that. To third, and the throw to
after Alyssa Washington pulled that ball hard. Rozak really quick to let Anderson know that she had to play it too.
Vanessa players had scored in that span. A hot shot, and DeRoche, well, what a great job.
It hits you in your thigh. It's almost kind of
for Katie Brooks, who Texas knocked out with just one. I think you mentioned young lady who
not the best hitter for the Baylor Bears during the 2020 season, and then opted.
And Tech responded with a 6 spot of their own for that 10-8 win
this morning.
Rozak on to first.
That doubleheader sweep for Texas has given them some momentum, some confidence against Oklahoma State. So it'll be interesting to
Oklahoma State, and then wild finish. 1-2 the count to Sarah Rozak. Call strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Morgan today.
In the zone. Even though she has a 9-run lead, you don't over the plate or too high in the zone.
The payoff. And Harper reaches on a 1-out walk.
Need something change in max tempo, or even just, hey, you know what, you're missing.
Tough play. Diving catch made. Maloney.
We talk about this possesses with Mia Scott.
To her left, Martinez, and a solid throw to first. 2 Big 12 Conference Players of the Year. She was,
but super excited to see so many different athletes. And
after the web gem and right in the top half of the frame.
She recruited Caitlin, and they get along. So Caitlin has been plays. I don't know if she had her horns up or not, but I can feel her pain if she didn't, because both when I coached for St. Edwards and we'd come here in the fall, and then
how hard it would be for her to put the horns up.
You need to wear our color. Maroon's a color. You gotta wear it.
Throw to first, not in time, but Mia Scott reaches on the fielder's choice. Maloney
so much before they start to look
for her time here. To get prepared for the head coaching job in Lawrence. Vivi Martinez out at first. 20 wins this season, matching last year's total already.
Baylor in the 4 spot, who they're ranked in the top 25.
Trouble for DeRoche. Looked to have some funky spin coming off the dirt. So it's the 4th Kansas error. 1-1 to count to Reese Atwood, who run first started.
Out 45% of the team's RBIs have come off the bat of the freshman.
Anderson fired.
However, right now, I'm pretty sure if I'm Coach White and Steve.
Count 1-1, or rather, strike call, 0-2.
Field. So, as I have said a couple times, that outside pitch right there, it's hard for her to hit strong. And so, therefore.
First, and a walk to Haley Harper in the 3rd. Off the bat of Lyric Moore, and it's Alyssa Washington.
To see, and so the 4th time through, you got to her.
Leanne Good gets Texas 8-3 last night.
A lot of times that's what they need. They need that leadership from somebody who can just
4-0 lead at Texas State. That was with Morgan in the serve.
this 9-run lead.
Hot shot, base hit over the glove of Anderson. Let me talk. Her single to right led to 2 errors on the same play.
Bella Dayton this.
Washington singles to left.
If you're an Oklahoma State fan, you're going, what just happened? But Bella Dayton.
She will face Vanessa Quiroga. Winds this foul. First with this lead.
Texas has 4 freshman hitters. Kansas has 2 that are doing the job, but they both have a freshman pitcher.
5 errors in their first loss to Kansas. Less, let's just say that.
Yeah, I don't like it one bit, but I believe I was told that Mia Scott sleeps with it.
It sleeps with it. Well, the Texas team that made it to the 2013 Women's College World Series.
So seeing Shannon Rhodes, haven't seen her in a while, but being able to see her and say hi. But even when's the last time we had an alumni game back in
Class of 2041. Off the bat of Camille Corona. Limbaugh the catch. But Washington with 2 runs and drove 2 in that 9-run frame.
She finds a way to come through, whether it's a bunt, a sac fly. She's just truly always fun to see.
Liner into the glove of Harper, and that'll do it in the 4th. Texas puts up an insurance. Just 1 hit allowed by Morgan today. That was a single with 1 out in the first.
We've said it a few times how opposite Morgan today early in the count.
That'll do it. Has dominated the series opener last night.
54 pitches in 5 innings. That's
season. More from McCombs Field when we return.